Hi, in today's video I'll be talking you through tips and tricks for how to make the Maddie Tee. This video tutorial is designed to be used in conjunction with our knitting pattern, so if you're interested in making the Maddie Tee, head to our website to download the pattern. I'll be showing you how to create this gorgeous double folded picot edge for the lower hem of the Maddie Tee, the armholes and the neckline. So let's get into it. The pattern uses 2 strands of our DK cotton. I'm going to use 1 strand of grape and 1 strand of lilac for a contrast colour combination, but you can of course choose to use one colour, or you can use a variegated cotton as well. The pattern is knit on 7mm circular needles with an 80cm cord. I'll be helping you work through each of the steps that may be a little bit more complicated within the pattern. The pattern uses a simple knit stitch cast on method, so start by casting on all the stitches required for your size in the knit stitch cast on. We have more tutorial videos for how to cast on if you are a beginner. This is an intermediate pattern though, so we do recommend knowing the basics before getting started. Okay, all my stitches are now cast on, so the next step is to join the round. To do this, you want to make sure that your stitches are spread out across the needle cord and that there are stitches on both sides of the needles. So wiggle those stitches from the first ones you cast on up to the tip of the needle. You want to have stitches near both tips of the needles. Now, you would have been casting on in this direction. What you want to do now is turn your needles around so that they're in the opposite hands. Now the final step before joining the round is to make sure you have no twists in your stitches, because you will end up with a twisted round. Make sure that all your stitches are laying flat. Before you join the round, pop a stitch marker onto your needles, and to join the round all you have to do is start working into those first cast on stitches. The first round will feel very tight and a little bit awkward, so just make your way around working those knit stitches and readjusting the position of your stitches on the needles. If you need more guidance on how to work knit stitches, we have lots of beginner friendly tutorials on our how to knit playlist, which I will link in the description below this video. So I'm going to work a full round of knit stitches and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, we're coming up to the last few stitches of the round, so I'll show you what it looks like when you finish the round. So on the second last stitch. Now this is what your round will look like. So it does look a little bit precarious, but don't worry, that is totally normal. So pop your stitch mark onto the other needle and then go ahead and work the number of rounds detailed in the pattern. There are other ways to join the round. This is, in my opinion, the easiest way to join the round. You'll find on your second round that the stitches are a little bit looser and you're able to move them more freely. So I'll work my rounds and meet you back here ready to start our picot edge. Okay, that's all of my initial rounds done. We're now going to start the picot edge. So it's a really simple method and it creates a really beautiful trim. So what we need to do is bring our working yarn to the front of our needle as if we're going to work a purl stitch, but we are not. Then we're going to knit 2 together like that. Let me show you that again. Bring the yarn to the front and knit 2 together. So what we're doing here is we're creating a yarn over, which is in theory an extra stitch, but by knitting 2 together we're reducing that back down to 1 stitch. So you can see here, this is our yarn over, this is the knit 2 together stitch. Yarn over, knit 2 together stitch. So do that again, bring the yarn to the front, knit 2 together. Yarn to the front, knit 2 together. And you repeat this method for the entire round. You can already start to see some of the holes forming there, which will create the picot bumps. So I'm going to carry on working the rest of my round and I'll see you at the end. Okay, that's my full round worked with my yarn overs and my knit two togethers. When you get to the start of the round, it will look like you have an extra stitch, but don't worry, that is the yarn over from the very beginning of your previous round. Now, to make the round correct, we do need to move this stitch marker. So we'll just carefully slip that off, pop that onto there, pop the yarn over back on. Now we're going to work a full round of knit stitches. Now, when you knit the yarn overs, they will feel really, really loose. This is totally normal. Don't panic. Just work your way around, knitting all of those stitches, including the yarn overs, until you get to the start of the round again. I'm going to carry on working my knit stitches and I'll meet you back at the beginning of the round. Okay, that's my round of knit stitches done after my picot round, and this is what your work should be looking like at the moment. You can see where we've got these lovely holes, and this is what's going to form our picot edge. So now go ahead and work the remaining knit rows that are stated on the pattern, and I'll meet you back there. Okay, that's all of our knit rows complete with our picot stitches. Now it's time for what is probably the most fiddly part of this pattern. To form the picot edge, we actually need to fold this hem in on itself so that it looks like that. Now, it's a simple method, but it is very fiddly. So take your time with this. It will test your patience, but it is entirely worth it at the end. What we're going to do is we're going to knit two together, the cast on stitch and the active stitch on your needles. So to do this, you want to fold the hem in like this. This is a side you want to be facing outwards, not this side. So again, fold it inwards, being careful not to lose your stitches at the same time. So we want to take our very first cast on stitch and pop that onto our left needle. Then we're going to knit those two stitches together like that. Then we go back to our cast on edge. This is a stitch we just knit. We're going to select the next stitch, pop that onto our left needle and knit those two stitches together. Go back to your cast on edge, find the next stitch, pop that onto your left needle, knit those two stitches together. I'll show you one more time. Go back to your cast on edge, find the stitch you just knit, the next stitch, pop that onto your left needle, knit those two stitches together, and you'll be able to see that it's starting to form this lovely folded hem. So you need to work your way all the way around your round. It will take a minute. Take your time with it because this is a really crucial step to get that beautiful edge, and I'll see you back at the start of the round. Okay, I'm halfway through, so I just wanted to show you what it should be looking like. This is the side that I have managed to complete, and this is the side that still needs to be done. Okay, I've finally made it back to the beginning of the round, and this is what your work should be looking like. So you've got this gorgeous wiggly edge on our hem, and the next step is just to knit as many rounds as is required for your size to finish off the lower part of the body. I'm going to get knitting and I'll see you back ready to split the front and back upper panels. Okay, in this part of the video, I'm going to show you how to split for the front and back upper panels. Now, obviously this would be a very short top, but I am just using this as an example. So we'll pretend that you have knit another however many rows before you need to split. This is a technique that I get asked quite a lot of questions about, so I wanted to make sure that it was included in this video. So within the pattern, it will state to work X amount of rows, then stop. So that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're at the beginning of the round, so I'm going to start working the number of stitches required. Make sure that you count your stitches as you go because this can make or break a pattern. Let's knit those stitches now, and I will see you when I meet the number of stitches required. Okay, so I've worked the required number of stitches detailed in the pattern. I'm now going to add another stitch marker onto my round, and rather than continuing the round, I'm going to start working flat. So you want the wrong side of your knitting facing you, and for this pattern we'll be purling back along the row we've just worked. So we're going to have the yarn in the front and we're just going to purl all the way back. Keep purling until you reach the other stitch marker. Depending on the pattern you're working from, you may need to use a different stitch type. Okay, I've just worked the last stitch of the wrong side row. Now I'm going to flip my work again and knit back along all of the row that I've just purled. So make sure you have your yarn in the back for knit stitch, and let's knit. Okay, I've just reached my other stitch marker, so you'll be able to start seeing a difference in height at this point. And at that point you probably won't need the stitch markers anymore, but I do recommend using stitch markers or a scrap piece of yarn until you can really clearly see that difference. We're going to continue that process of just flipping our work, working the wrong side, flipping our work, working the right side for as many rows as is required for your pattern. So your Maddie Tee will definitely be looking a little bit longer than mine, but I'm now going to show you how to work the neckline. You will be given a specific number of stitches in your pattern to knit for your size. So we'll go ahead and knit those stitches now. Okay, so once you have your stitches knit, you will then be given a specific number of stitches to cast off. What you need to be careful of here is that you don't just go ahead, knit one and then cast off. Casting off involves 2 stitches. So we're going to knit 2 stitches for our first cast off, then lift the first stitch over the second. So that's 1 cast off stitch. Now go ahead and knit another and pull that over the first, 2 cast off stitch. Continue to cast off the number of stitches required in the pattern for your size, and I'll see you at the end of the cast off section. Okay, once you've cast off your stitches, I would recommend counting how many stitches are left to make sure that they match the number of stitches that are remaining to knit, just in case you've cast off 1 too many or 1 too few. And when you're confident you have the right number of stitches remaining, go ahead and knit the remaining stitches. Until the end of the row. Okay, so then you should have something that looks a little bit like this. So at this point you flip your work and work back along in purl stitch up to the point where you've cast off. Okay, so we've reached the end of that part of the row where the neckline starts. So flip your work again and we're going to start working our decreases. So you won't see the decreases on the Maddie Tee. We're going to knit 2 together, insert your needle into the first 2 stitches and knit those together. Then continue to knit the rest of your row. Flip your work and work back along in purl stitch. Continuing that method for the number of decrease rows required before continuing to finish the remainder of the neckline. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to pick up your stitches for the neckline. This involves picking up stitches along a horizontal stockinette edge, a diagonal stockinette edge, and a vertical stockinette edge. I'm also going to show you how to pick up the stitches for the armhole using the required multiple. In order to pick up stitches along the horizontal stockinette edge, you need to insert your needle into the first stitch, wrap your yarn around the needle, and then pull this through like so. We're then going to skip 2 strands and go into the next stitch. Wrap the yarn around the back and pull through like so, and insert the needle into the next stitch. Wrap it around and pull it back through. Continue like this all the way along the horizontal stockinette edge. You'll be picking up 1 stitch for every knitted stitch already in the piece of fabric, and this is what it should look like so far. So keep going until you reach the required number of stitches to pick up for the neckline. Okay, so that's all of our horizontal stitches picked up. Now we're going to work along the diagonal stitches here. So we need to pick up every other stitch. You'll notice that some of the stitches are a lot looser than others. Ideally, we want to avoid these because then we'll have gaps in our neckline. So we're going to go into this one here, pick that stitch up. Then we want to skip this gap and go into the next stitch along. Again, skip this gap and go into the next stitch along. This can be a little bit fiddly. Continue like this along the entire portion of diagonal fabric. This will just create a slightly tighter finish on your neckline. Then you can see the last big stitch here. We're going to skip that one and go into the next stitch along. And that's all of our diagonal stitches picked up. Now we have our vertical stitches, so we'll do this in a very similar way. So we're going to skip this stitch and go into the next one. Skip this stitch, go into the next one. Skip this stitch and go into the next one. You will have more rows to pick up, but that is how you pick up your stitches for the neckline. You'll obviously pick up all the way around and join your round, then start knitting your stitches. This is obviously just a sample to show you an example. Now I'm going to show you how to pick up your stitches for the armhole using this vertical section of knitting as an example. This is obviously not an armhole. Bear with me while I show you how this works. So you want to insert your needle into the first stitch, which for you will be the armpit of your Maddie Tee, and wrap the yarn around the back, pull that through. For the Maddie Tee, we are following a stitch pattern of pick up 2, skip 1, pick up 2, skip 1, repeat for the armhole. So we want to go into the next stitch along. Wrap the yarn around the back and pull that through. Then we'll skip 1, go into the next stitch, and again the next stitch, skip 1, which is there, pick up 2, skip 1. It can take a little while to get your head around it, and you need to look carefully at the structure of your stitches, but once you have it figured out, it's really easy. So we're going to skip this stitch and pick up the next 2. Skip this next stitch and pick up 2. And you carry on like that all the way around the armpit. Your armpit will obviously be in the round, so you'd pick up all your stitches, join the round, and then get knitting. Hopefully you found this video tutorial helpful, and I really can't wait to see your finished Maddie Tees. See you soon!